Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hollywood Made Connelly Live. This is Hollywood Made Connelly with the double biceps. I'm trying to get angled here. I did too far forwards. The green screen was playing up. So, yes. We obviously have a very special guest with us here today in person. It is none other than Ryan Bowen, the absolute champion of AWE Last Man Standing on Sunday. How's the arm feeling? You're nursing a few meals and that sort of thing at this point.
Oh yeah, I've arm wrestled for a long time, Matt, and I have been through some pretty tough tournaments. I've been through some pretty tough super matches that made me sore. But it's 3 days post event today, and at about 4:00 this afternoon, I said, "Matt, I gotta go lay down. I gotta go and rest." And I slept. Because I'm just so sore. Yeah. And I took some Panadol Forte, some anti-inflammatories. I am tender.
Yeah, well, one of the other competitors that you had some fantastic matches with, Josh Barker, is in the chat here. And he said he hasn't trained since Sunday.
Yeah. Josh, we went to the gym and I just put like 2.5 kilos on cables and just tried to move. Just like, oh. So, yeah. Not something different, man. There's a different level of conditioning and soreness. I've never felt the way I do right now.
Oh, imagine it. It's insane. I mean, you had like 50 matches in an hour. Like, there was no breaks. It was just, if you lost, sure, you maybe get a couple of minutes by the time the circle comes around. But
and when you say it's an hour, so people understand, there was stoppage time. It was like a gridiron match, wasn't it? So it was an hour of play.
Yes.
It wasn't an hour on the clock. It was an hour of play. Strapping up didn't count. So there was a lot of arm wrestling.
There was. And I think that my favorite moment was when it was about 10 minutes in, and I've called that out. It's 10 minutes, and all of you guys feel like, what?
Yeah.
It's only been 10 minutes.
Absurd. Absolutely absurd. But the best tournament I've been part of. Something I thoroughly enjoyed. Something that I thought... I didn't know it was going to be this good, but the format turned out to be a better format than I could have imagined. The experience as an athlete, the experience for fans watching, there's so many fronts of this that made it the best tournament that I've ever been part of, and I want to do it again.
Yeah,
put some more killers in there, and I want to do it again.
Well, it opens up so many questions, doesn't it, about how the top guys that are used to super match format or tournament format, how they would go in this style of event, and you've got. A lot of debates that we've had throughout the week was about how would Levan go? How would Devon go? How would Hermes go?
And that's it. It's weird because everyone, I've been reading some of the chat and you can see that people there's some people that haven't realized how brutal and how leveling this is. Yes, Levan would win his first 5 to 10 pins. If you put the top 20 in the world, Levan would win his first 5 to 10 pins no matter who comes at him. But then... It's not like I saw people saying, yeah, Levan could pull against Devon forever and Devon would never catch him. Yeah, if it was just Levan versus Devon. But it's not Levan versus Devon. It's the Levan versus Devon versus Hermes versus Michael versus Vitali versus Jerry versus Camille versus Zarano versus everyone. It's like, and Levan's got to get a fresh version of them every time they step up for the first time. So Levan will go down. 100% if Levan's in this format, he will go down. No one. I don't think you'll ever host an AWE Last Man Standing where someone goes undefeated for an hour. Impossible.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Unless it was Levan against a bunch of non-elites, then yeah. But if we're talking people ranked within an arm's distance of each other, no one is. David Hucks pinned me and Mario. No offense to David Hucks, but that
highlight of his career
was awesome. The crowd went wild. David Hucks pinned me. I'm like, yep.
But that just shows the nature of the event right there, because you're somebody who is significantly lower in terms of skill was able to get a pin because of the fatigue factor. And it was just that constant matches. I think you just had a war with Matawarengi or something. Yeah. And he managed to get up there and get the right time and hit hard and as you were saying, the second tier guys were more dangerous in the second half.
Yeah, I think the first 10, 15 minutes, we saw the top 4 ranked guys really going hard at each other in some wars. And they were the ones that, at first, for me, were the biggest effort. But once the shine got taken off them, the second tier guys who'd just been flashed early, it's clear that being flashed doesn't put as much fatigue in you as a war. They got flashed early, and then once the edge came off, you're like, okay, now you think you got through the hard bit. You're like, okay, I got through those series of Mate Rangis and Marios, and then you're like, oh, hang on a second, who's this Danny Wojcik dude? Who's this bloody Taron Broad? Oh my goodness! And next minute you dug in wars again, and they're in their first set of wars, where you're in your second set of wars, and it just kept on going down till we were all having wars. It filtered down till everybody in the room was having a war with everybody in the room. Didn't matter who stepped up; it was a war towards the end. And I loved it because it gave you battles that you would never see otherwise, and it gave you an experience as an arm wrestler where technically you had to be so adept to different positions. So it rewarded technical arm wrestling. It rewarded heart. It rewarded endurance. It rewarded conditioning more than strength. Strength turned out to be like raw strength turned out to be one of the minimal factors.
Yeah.
Conditioning was the biggest. Yeah. Technical range was probably the next.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've talked through your strategy a couple of times, but for anyone who hasn't seen that already, you had a game plan going in that you were going to get off to a big lead in terms of the pins, if possible, and then try the rest of the time just to maintain that lead. And then throughout the event, you were gradually tiring out each muscle, the supinator, pronator. You went into the press for a little while, and once you got exhausted there, you were changing to a hook, and then so you burnt out every technique that you could.
Yeah, if you were an arm wrestler with only one shape, you were in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw that with people like Mate Rangi. Mate Rangi came in as the super heavyweight Oceanic champion, 180 kilos, big top roll, and a finishing press, but that's really his only combo. Once that was gassed, what was he to do?
Yeah,
what was he to do, the poor big fella? But I remember when it was maybe half an hour in, I asked a few people around me, "What's hurting the most for you?" And Mate Rangi said, "My lungs."
Oh,
he's like, breathing is the hard part. And Mario was like, my shoulder. I was my inner elbow. I don't know whatever else was out there, but everybody looked like they were carrying themselves in on their own shield, sort of thing. It was something different, and I loved it. And I think everyone loved it. Everyone who competed loved it.
Yeah, I think the people that came along, it's always great when you get feedback from people who have never seen arm wrestling before.
Yes.
And a friend has dragged them along, and they're like, what is this thing? And then, but at the end of it, they're like, oh, that was amazing. I didn't know this was a real sport. And wow, and these guys, and did you see that? And, so that.
And one of my big favorites that I want to put in there as well was the way the matches were started, the grip and go. Arm wrestling has always had a puzzle to solve with how do we start matches fairly and also for entertainment purposes. Now, on one end of the spectrum, you've got WAF, rigid rules. Incredibly rigid, incredibly tight refereeing, incredibly boring to watch if you are a spectator. I don't know if you've ever tried to sell a WAF match to a friend that's never seen arm wrestling before. You're embarrassed to show it to them. They're like, what are they doing? Why are they taking so long? What was that foul for?
Yeah.
Why did the match start? Why did the match stop before it started? What's going on? One guy was winning and then they restarted. What's happening? There's all this stuff. It's like, and then sort of a middle ground. We've seen what recently has been happening in the East-West-West climate where it's like, okay, WAF rules, but it's a little loose. Then it kind of ran away with like look at matches like Devon Larratt versus anybody where Devon is dragging out the setups. The dragging out of the setup caused referees to lose control. Referees would get in arguments with Devon, arguments with Gennady, arguments with whoever, and the match would sometimes take bloody 6 or 7 minutes to start a round, and that caused athletes to be pissed off. It caused refs to be pissed off. It caused, I think, a distaste in the promoter's mouth, and the fans were like, "This is not good. This is Devon cheating too much, whatever." Devon was great at that. The grip and go fixes everything. And what I love most about it is, how in boxing, Matt, they say, protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
You can't rely on the referee to stop the guy punching you after the bell. Protect yourself at all times. That's what this was like. Grip and go is protect yourself at all times. And what are you protecting? Your webbing height, your center, your posture. Because we had about 3 seconds before the start was going to happen. It was going to happen one way or the other.
Yeah.
You were either going to be ready or not. It was like you get up there, you grip, and I'm starting it, the referee. And I don't really care if you're ready or not. If you're dicking around, you're going to get it started anyway against you. Or if you're dicking around too much, the referee's just going to say, you're wasting time, lose.
Yeah.
No fouls, just losses.
Yep.
I saw some people elbow foul, you're out, see you later.
Yep.
Some people jimmying around in the setup, you're out, see you later.
Yeah.
It was like, this is great. So it just made people go, whoa, 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 get ready.
Yeah.
And you couldn't rely on a referee to bring your opponent's webbing down. You couldn't rely on a referee to give you center. You couldn't rely on a referee to give you anything. So you came in and you said, oh, I'm freaking holding it. Go. And you think about how that would work in like a Devon versus Hermes, where Hermes was so frustrated for so long and gasses himself out. Well, people were always hesitant to grip and challenge Devon in those games because they knew that Devon could do it forever and he could perpetuate it where the referee will never start it because the referees need to get it to the fair start. Well, in grip and go, the referee doesn't care. He's like, I'm going to start it.
Yeah.
Wherever you guys are, I'm starting it. And so protect yourself. And so give someone like Hermes a position where he can have the confidence that he can fight using his energy against someone like Devon for the 3 seconds because the start's coming no matter what. Grip and go, protect yourself at all times. One of the best rule adaptations I've ever experienced.
Fantastic. We'll say hello to a few people in the chat here that are jumping in. As we said, Josh Barker, who was part of the event and had some amazing moments throughout. He is back in the chat here. And we've got Pahos6969 says, awesome weekend. Good matchups. Thank you, sir. We had a great time. Danny Wojcik, one of the other competitors in the field on the day, and he had some amazing moments as well. Every single person that competed in the event got at least one pin. Lucky Wood is here from the Lucky Ones podcast. Hello to you. And if you haven't, go and subscribe to Lucky's channel. She does a tremendous job promoting women's arm wrestling. They have a podcast every Saturday night, and they really get a lot of the female arm wrestlers and put them into the spotlight. So we always appreciate that. Cobus Prins, who is in from South Africa, he says, good day, two of my favorite people. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that, Cobus. And he says, Ryan, I respect you for recognizing Rickard's potential. Congratulations on your amazing win at the AWE event.
Thank you very much, special boys, the Rickard Bornman crew. I'd like to see them in a last man standing.
That would be amazing. That would be so good.
I got a call from Rickard. I think you were there for it.
Yeah.
Rickard called me up, said, congratulations. We were sitting there having a burger and whatnot after the event. He said, man, congratulations, well done. I just saw that your pins on Marion Brett and Matt Rangi. Enjoy it, but remember, when I come back.
Yeah.
So let's go, Rickard.
Yeah.
Put your name in that last man standing.
Oh, that'd be so good to see. We've got Chetna Sharma who's jumped in here, the arm wrestler girl. She says, Holly Matt Wood Connelly. Very nice. Chetna there.
Chetna was, she had a super match on the day.
Yes.
Obviously. And, in hindsight, she was like, I wish I had jumped in the last man standing.
Yeah.
Because we didn't realize how much of a leveling factor there was going to be. And truly, anyone could have pulled. And you can combine genders in a last man standing. It actually still makes sense.
Yeah.
Chetna could have won the end. There's no guarantee that the big bad heavyweight male at the end is going to be there. Anybody. And we realized that at the end. Like, if I had a grip Chetna at the end, Chetna, like the fresh wrestler Chetna would have crushed my hand and wrist at the end. So, again, this format gives people like Barbora a place to come.
Yeah.
And a place to genuinely compete.
Yes.
So, yeah, well done. Arm wrestler girl on your win, by the way.
There you go. Thomas from India. I'm not going to try that last name, but he says, love you, Ryan, from Northeast India. I certainly hope you come back soon.
Malso Mzwala. Thank you, Thomas. Northeast India, yes. Northeast India is obviously going to be a regular part of the world that you will see me in very shortly. We'll be back. But thank you for the support.
There you go. We've got a thing here that says, from Last Man Standing's major flaw is randomness. The format only works for exhibitions. Had tons of jump starts, uncalled fouls, bad ref calls. I think that are the strong points.
Yes. Last Man Standing's major pro was the not the randomness, but the multifaceted combination of wars that we have with people that you'd never get to see have wars before. It changed if you were to have the stats on the leaderboard and make it a bar chart, you'd watch the evolution of who's doing it. Like, look, Danny Wojcik, he didn't get a win till probably 10 minutes in, but then he just made this surge where he went past everybody. I was like, oh, here we go. There's a late runner. There's a bolter in the pack. And it was amazing. Now, as for the starts, we talked about it before, the grip and go. If you had a last man standing where we were doing normal starts, WAF starts, it would become slow and boring. The beauty of it was protect yourself at all times. Trust me, the right person will win. Whether you are like the cream will rise to the top always in a situation, regardless of the refereeing style. Now, it maybe took a round before everyone kind of cottoned on to how it felt and how you had to act. I can say that myself, I won my first 6 matches. Then Matt Darangi stepped up, and Matt Darangi bullied me in the setup. And I would have been able to talk to a referee and have those bullying things corrected and would be even. But Matt Darangi took height. He covered my thumb. He closed his hand, and he said, "I'm ready." And I'm like, come on. And the ref's like, dude, you got to go. I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I got to go. So I learned real quick, okay, protect yourself. So next time I faced Matt Darangi, I said, you're getting this. I'm not giving you this. You're getting this, damn you. If you're going to take my height, I'm taking center. And we started fighting from the instant we got there. And yes, if you're looking by rigid rules, it looks messy, looks weird. But trust me, as an athlete, it was way better. And once the fans get a feel for grip and go, and protect yourself at all times is the responsibility of the athletes competing, not the referee. You'll realize how awesome it is because the match starts the second your name is called now. The match doesn't start at go in last man standing. The match starts the second you're called.
Yeah.
So,
you're up
like I said, the start's happening. Whether you're ready or not, whether you're complaining or not, whether you've got height or not, match is starting.
Yeah.
And no one's going to be called back for, you had too much carve.
Yeah, none of that. But did you say in the first, was it with you and Mario when you first went to grip up and Steve said if you keep messing around?
Because we were the first round, so we didn't have the feel of the grip and go yet. And we started doing what we always do. We were jockeying around and fighting for little things. And Steve Carroll, the referee, said, if you guys don't settle, I'm going to foul both of you and you'll both be out. And we were, okay. And we realized what the nature of the grip and go was. So grip and go is actually a more true representation of who's stronger, I believe. It takes, even though it looks messy, it actually takes away the option for, I'm going to call it getting away with something to happen, because you don't get away with it through a ref making a mistake. You don't get away with it because you got an unfair position. You get away with it because you dictated it. You were stronger than your opponent. And look, strength in center matters. In arm wrestling, if you're strong enough to say, I've got center, what are you going to do about it? You deserve to bloody have center. If you're not strong enough, if someone does that to me and I push them back off, well, guess what? They're too weak for center. So I remember Bill Collins, I saw him in the UAL refereeing one time back in maybe early 2013. First started watching, I forget who the match was, but someone was at the table looking strong, and the other person was trying to get a grip. The person who was trying to get a grip was dicking around. And they said to Bill, he won't let me get a grip. And Bill said, well, you're probably going to lose then. and I loved that answer from Bill. I was like, yes.
Absolutely.
So the loose refereeing is a good thing. Trust me, you will come to love it.
Yes. I love one of the things there were so many things I liked about it, but one of the things in particular was that any foul was just an instant loss. Yeah. And it was like, elbow foul, all right, you're up. Next guy.
Instant loss. And everyone took it well too. No one complained. Everyone was like, oh, shit, yeah. Who has the bigger biceps?
Well, you guys can judge if you like.
Oh, Matt's going to beat me.
Oh, no.
I think I got it.
Maybe.
I don't know. You've got a better definition, that's for sure. But I might have a bigger circumference.
We'll have to
I'm cramping. I'm cramping. Why do you make me flex 3 days after the last man standing?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Froze Master.
Last time I measured, unpumped 18 and a half, pumped 19.
Awesome.
So,
I haven't measured for a long time. But let's say yours is bigger. That's fine.
Barbora.
Barbora, yeah, to win the next last.
She may well. She may well. Particularly with the two titles. 2 prizes in the last man standing. Absolute champion, most pins in the hour. And then last man standing, person who's controlling the king's spot at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both and that the fact that there is a prize at the end keeps everyone damn hungry. And I love the other rules that the referee, the call him the senior ref, whatever, Matt in this case on the weekend, has the ability to disqualify you if you are seen to lay down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you don't want to risk it. And no one did. No one laid down. Everyone went hard.
Every match was hard fought. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. The last thing I wanted, and I was very concerned that this was going to happen. That's why I wrote that rule in specifically. I don't want to see people come up to the table and just let themselves get beaten and just over and over. And it's like, it looks terrible. It makes a mockery of the competition. You go up there, give it your best effort every single time. And that's what we wanted to see. That's what we did get out of the competitors on the weekend. We've got a comment here from IT Voodoo. He says, so with that being said, if you need the most wicked ref around, get in touch. Do you know who that is, IT Voodoo?
I need to... My eyes don't
It's a tiny little icon. Yeah.
But sounds good. Get in touch.
All right. Swisher Sweet says, Matt, Robert Baxter said, we want to revive King of the Table and steal your format. How do you respond? Well, I think if he did say that, it just shows the marketability and the demand for this sort of event, because when you guys see it, we're working on the edit at the moment. When you guys see it and it's 1 hour, there's 116 matches in 1 hour. And you think, like, if you load up, say, a Devon match, it's 45 minutes and it's first to 3. Like, you know what I mean?
So you're going to get an hour. You're going to get so many combinations of people pulling. You're going to get so many amazing battles. You're going to get the like I said, I would love, I don't know when you edit it, if you've got this ability, but every now and then to open up a leaderboard and you can see visually the evolution of everyone's overall points and things like that. It gives it a new flavor that the sport's never seen before. It's like combining somehow Test match cricket with 2020 cricket.
Yeah,
you get the drama of a long event and not knowing who's going to win. Like we saw Brett Coots, one of the favourites, get injured early. Tori's pronator, poor guy, in a hook war with Mario, and people were saying the same thing. Like I had a bit of a lead, but people were saying Ryan could just hurt himself, get tired at any point in time.
Yeah,
and things can change. So you're right that it is marketable. But Robert Baxter had said, that King of the Table want to revive a tournament for King of the Table, and I don't think the second part is true of Robert saying that. But the world's going to talk about it now.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I think that the world should talk about it. I think this is the best tournament format there is. But it's firmly. It's last man standing. It's not a King of the Table. It's last man standing.
Oh, yeah.
AWE last man standing with a new set of rules, a new experience. Robert, if Robert wants to do it, you should get in touch with these guys and maybe a collaborative host or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we were talking before about the top guys that are in the sport, and the majority are in the East versus West promotion, which Robert Baxter is the owner of. If we were going to run one of these events, we would love to have the best guys in the world competing, and you wouldn't just see this guy versus this guy in a super match format. You'd see them go against each other maybe 20, 30
I can guarantee you're going to see Todd Hutchins pin Levine.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. In an hour, if they're both in the draw, Todd Hutchins will pin Levine. How cool is that?
It's crazy.
I want to see it. Side pressure king just digging in against Levine saying, here we go, big boy.
Absolutely. We've got Sam, Kiwi Sam, who says, hello, lads. How long are you in South Australia for?
I'm in South Australia for about another 14 hours.
14 hours, yeah, it's flying out tomorrow. Chetna says, thank you so much, Lucky. She enjoyed the match. Ray Roman says, Ryan is one of the best commentators in arm wrestling and one of my favorite arm wrestlers.
And if you close your eyes right now, you won't know who is talking between Matt and myself.
That's great.
So if I ever need a sub in, this is the clear replacement.
Hey. My real voice is completely different to this.
Matt's just a master of impressions.
I've been keeping it up for 44 years so far. Well, I beat my streak today of most days lived consecutively in a row.
Oh, yeah, that's impressive.
It was
That's a PR today.
Absolutely. Tomorrow might be another PR.
If Dave's not careful, you'll win the Dave Stockbridge of the Year award with that sort of performance.
That's right. We've got a comment here from Anuba. Says, hey, what's up, Ryan? Who's the other guy? He looks great too. Thank you very much.
You know, I discovered something about this guy yesterday. He was once cast for the stand-in role of Chris Hemsworth. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I was put forwards for it.
Well, even still, getting put forward for a stand-in role for Chris Hemsworth is maybe he's a good-looking guy.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. What is next for you guys too? Ryan and Matt. Ryan's heading back to India tomorrow.
Yeah. On a plane back to India. In terms of the season for me now, it's fans and flames of hopefully getting a match. I'd love to pull Brad Grundy. Brad's putting out some trash talk towards me. I would love to pull Brad Grundy at East vs West, maybe in Germany in April or something like that. But until then, big training season. Keep doing what I'm doing. I still feel like I'm in a new phase of strength. Training in a powerlifting sense with Chetna in India. I'm going to keep laying more foundation, and Brad's not even going to know what hit him. I think when he called the match out, this was before Last Man Standing. I have a feeling Brad's regretting calling it out after that. He thought he was getting the old level of me. Now he's like, oh my goodness. He's seen the handle that I'm training with. Yeah. Brad put out a reel saying he's designed a handle that is the exact size of my thumb, and that he's not going to train with any other handle than that one until we have the super match. Well, Brad, I too have designed a handle. It's the exact size of your head. And I am not going to train with any other handle other than this one until I smash your ginger face into the table at East vs West, because there is only one ginger in arm wrestling, Brad. And you're looking at him.
What about Jerry?
Jerry, you see, well, okay, yes. People will bring up the Jerry and Todd Hutchins are both gingers. Look, they once upon a time had some ginger hair on their head. There's not a ginger hair on any of their heads now. So they're retired gingers.
They've given up the mantle.
Yeah, you gotta actually have something orange still going on. And that's me and Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. Rather than sort of going after all of your points here, KZNY, I think wait till you see the event. You'll appreciate it.
And him saying that it just can't be anything other than exhibition. Trust me. Okay, here's the answer to this. Here's why this will become the thing. I tell you right now, it's the most entertaining form of arm wrestling I've ever been part of as a competitor. Judging by the people in the room that watched it, they agree that it was the most entertaining form to view. Now, what does that translate to? It translates to dollars, translates to money, translates to pay-per-view sales, translates to sponsors. So even if the big athletes say, no, I don't want to do it because I might get hurt, it's going to be too hard on my joints. Well, okay, you go sit on the sideline whilst the money comes in and goes to the other people. This will get the money, the attention. The sport will grow on the back of this format, and that will make it impossible to avoid. And athletes will have to evolve. If they're not already ready for something like this, they're going to have to be, because it's where the fans are going to say, no, Levan might be the number one-on-one, but you can't win a last man standing. The fans are going to say that. How long is Levan going to have to listen to that before he says, all right, damn it, get out of the way. I'm coming in to wreck all of you. And that's what we want. As fans, we want talking points. We want arguments with other fans. Arguments about who's better. And in a one-on-one situation, the arguments are very binary. It's just, he's better. No, he's better. No, he's better. This one,
there's so many different
multifaceted.
Points. And throughout the event, things kept changing in the storylines and who's
so
now streaking ahead.
Trust me, you watch this, you will enjoy it. You will love it. And just imagine Matt Mask pinning Levan when Levan's tired and Matt going psycho. Like, how good's that?
Absolutely. I'd paid money to see it. Cobus Prince says, would you go for a match with Matt Mask?
You know, at the 105 kilo, the last 24 hours I've been kind of pinching myself. After this good result, I put out a post saying, who should I pull next? And wanted some suggestions from people. And the average caliber of names that have been put out have been making me smile. Like, I can't believe the names that people are suggesting. Like, this is the sort of stuff that I always dreamed of and was always called delusional for even dreaming of it. Now I've got the community saying Matt Mask, I've got the community saying Ongabayev, and all these different names like that. But I will tell you, of all the people in the 105 kilo class, Matt Mask scares me the most. He is a giant. He's 6'7" or something like that.
Hand.
His elbow to fingertip is enormous. And when you see him in the flesh, you think, how did you get the 105? You don't look 105. Why are you up there? And why are your forearms still bigger than mine? And when you're up there, he has a set of levers on. I've always hated arm wrestling really tall people.
Yeah.
So Matt Mask would be horrible. But, yeah, I'll do it.
It'd be fun.
Throw me in the deep end.
Last man standing.
Throw me in.
I'll just address this point here. How would you accurately verify somebody's effort? You cannot guarantee people are going to give 100% into Levan. You cannot guarantee people are going to give 100% into Devin King's move. That is fine. But the reason that we've put in, there was a $5,000 prize for most pins. It incentivized all of the competitors to be giving it their best effort, because if you're going for the last man standing on the hour, it is a little bit random. Like, you don't know whether or not you will be back to the table at the key moment, and it's a smaller prize. So if you're going, okay, my game plan is to sandbag the entire time and then try to get good at the end.
And we talked about how you could, like, there was a one prize for the absolute, but imagine if it paid down to third or fourth or fifth at an event or something that. Then everyone's 100 pins. Or someone even suggested you could make it a certain amount of prize money per pin that you're getting.
I do like that.
$200 a pin or something for like that or whatever, and people are then they're hunting pins everywhere.
Yeah,
they want the money.
Yeah, because even if you think, okay, I just made $70, I just made 140, I just made 210. It's like, wow, this is amazing. It's going really well.
You can see what we're trying to stop there in that rule is the people just getting up and going, doing literally nothing.
Yeah,
it's okay to hit, recognize you've lost, and concede.
Yeah,
there are certain matches like that happen, but you can read it, and you can. And I swear, no one did it on the weekend. Everyone hunted it because they wanted. Arm wrestlers have a lot of pride and ego too, and they want to win. We're competitors. And you can feel the field coming down. You're like, I'm not. No way am I laying down to Matt Derangi. I'm freaking gonna show people that I can take him. Like, it happens. Everyone. Absolutely.
Swisher Sweet says, I think King of the Table could sell as many pay-per-views, but they could save money or only being by only being 1 hour event. Surely the pullers will take less money for an extra event with less pulling and seriousness.
The seriousness will change, and the time, it would actually go for much longer than an hour. It was an hour of action, just like a gridiron game, American football game goes for longer than the 60 minutes that is on the clock. Goes for 2.5 hours. The hour took something like 2 hours, didn't it?
I think it was probably an hour and a half, I think.
So the hour took an hour and a half to actually play out because we did the stoppage time with the referee, strapping and things like that. And the seriousness thing, okay, you might think it's not serious yet, but trust me, this will become the serious thing when the big money is here. And the big money will come because the fans will like this format the most. They'll say, I don't care about a super match between so and so and so and so. I want to see the damn last man standing title again.
Absolutely. Cobus Prince says, Matt Mask, I think, is perfect. It would be good for you to completely destroy him and show everyone what they are missing.
Well, look, 2026 is off to a great start. I hadn't pulled these guys in the Oceanic region for almost 18 months. The last time I pulled them, they all beat me. Mario Tembakis was officially number one in Australia at the time, or the weekend. Brett Coots was unfortunate. I was thinking Brett Coots was very unlucky to not be called number one in Oceania. He actually had a right arm super match with Matt Derangi 4 or 5 months ago, and he won.
Yeah.
So Brett was effectively number one in Oceania going in. Matt Derangi had reclaimed that title by winning the over-the-top tournament, but Brett wasn't at that tournament. So Brett and Matt Dairangi kind of equally had a claim to being number one in Oceania. Mario had beaten Lachlan Adair in his most recent tournament. So I came in with everybody having progressed in the sport in this region and me being in India for some time, training with Chetna on the powerlifting front. I knew I'd grown. I knew I'd become stronger. This was taking the car for a test run finally. and for me to beat all of them convincingly as I felt I did, felt amazing. And so I'm excited now to pull a world level elite at 105. I'm 108 right now. I could be at 105 in 2 days' time with a little bit of a water cut. So I'm ready for whoever it may be. Whoever it may be, I'm ready.
All right. There we go. What's the comment here? Swisher Sleet says, maybe Canada can have a pay-per-view where you can pull mask. Maybe a better chance for it to happen.
There's only one match. And his head is this big. Brad Grundy and me.
Swisher Sweet suggests throwing the cash on the table after each pin. It's good for social media. I think of just getting the way, and then you'd be having money falling over. You do it with Monopoly money or something. Did Brett Goots get injured when the event? Second time he got up to the table, unfortunately for Brett Goots, one of the favourites. I think everyone else in the field had named Brett as their potential biggest threat.
Yeah, and he was a short odds favourite going in. Like I said, he'd beaten Matt Dairangi in a super match in his last outing, and he's known for endurance. The unfortunate thing for Brett is he was in a hook war with Mario, back and forth. He was in an open position, and he surged with rotation, and his pronator.
Yeah, we just saw it before. We've been doing the editing, and unfortunately, it's a great shot of it.
It really went. Sorry, Brett. I think he's having surgery Friday.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Tomorrow. All right. Basically, my point is that it's a profitable idea. Well, thank you, Swisher Sweet. We are very happy with how it went.
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to achieve with arm wrestling generally.
Did either of you watch the Can-Am Connection and their criticism of the event? Any thoughts on the feedback given? I think it's one of those things that we haven't officially released the event yet. So anyone who's seen stuff would have been just social media posts and people that were filming on their phones and uploading to Instagram and that sort of thing, as opposed to the high quality professional.
The high quality one is 3 cameras, 3 4K beautiful cameras. It's as good a coverage as you can get on arm wrestling in terms of camera quality. And it's commentated, and it'll have it all edited in the leaderboards and things like that. You'll see that it's slick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I didn't see the Can-Am.
No, I don't know what that is. Is that a podcast? I'm guessing.
I'm not sure.
Sushi 108. That's good. I think Stubblebine or Pradeep said you were 115 yesterday.
Yeah, no, 115 was my declared goal when I was preparing for this. I stepped on the scales at 111 about 4 days prior to the event, and I was pushing hard. But when I got to the event, I had a dose of creatine. I had a big dose of creatine, and my guts just said no, too much. And,
you got sick the day before the event.
I was sick, too much creatine in my belly, and so I got I lost a bit of fluid, and I backed off on eating 24 hours before. Took some anti-nausea tablets and all this stuff, got better. And I stepped on the morning of the event. I went and stood on the scales, fully dressed. I was 110. At the gym yesterday, 108.3, fully dressed.
Yeah.
So already I'm coming back down a little bit with, just because I was force feeding. I was saying I'm going to be 115. I'm going to be 115. And,
was that because your mum had said that you need to get lighter?
Hi, Mum. I know Mum will watch this. Mum wants me to be 95 kilos. Sorry, Mum. I put on average 1.5 to 2 kilos every year. You'll never see me under 100 kilos again. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. What was it? Stubblebine. Who is that? Is that the
Stubblebine does a lot of the Tom Stubblebine.
Yeah,
and it does one of the channels that does most of the consistent content reviews about what's going on, the dramas and all sorts of stuff.
Oh,
but yeah. So a few people have thought I was a 115. That's fine, but truthfully, I'm closer to 105 than I am 115, and it's very easy to get to 105. I think I could be 105 in 2 days if I want.
Yeah, probably. But when you got sick the day before, I was driving to the venue to drop off all the tables and get things set up, and we were supposed to meet up with you and Chetna, and then a message saying Ryan's really sick. I'm like, oh my god, how was this happening the night before the event? But
I've been sick a few times before an event. When my WAL match, I was vomiting the night before WAL match as well, and then I was fine. But anyway, here's what it is. Do you think Head of Morris versus Schoolboy is a good match? I think it's a good match. Matt Rangi is very strong on his one lane. I would have Schoolboy as the favorite because Schoolboy has a little bit more technical range and options. Schoolboy's also taller than Matt Rangi, so it would make it difficult for Matt Rangi to do his thing, which is posting top roll. I think Schoolboy would win it because of the lack of technical options that Matt Rangi has. But Matt Rangi is worthy of a match like that for sure.
We'd love to see it. I mean, imagine both those guys in a last man standing. You would see it many, many times. Swisher Fleet said, I think they were saying you were too big for Stoiker, but seems like you can easily make weight and be strong.
I'm not going to 95, but I will go to 105 in a heartbeat. So Stoiker is a 95 guy who's flirting with the 105 kilo category. He's pulling technically in the 105 kilo category at a catch weight of 100 against Nugo Chikadze at the next event. So I don't know what he's doing, whether he wants to be a 105 guy or wants to be 95, but I think ultimately he wants to be 95. So, but that said, like the match with Bogdan, even if we aren't at the same weight, it's one of those interesting ones where look, I'll take a super match with a 180 kilo guy. So a 5 kilo difference, 10 kilo difference even, who cares if the guy that's 10 kilos lighter reckons he can drill the guy that's 10 kilos heavier, then make it a match.
Yeah.
And if Bogdan thinks he can smash me, I'm certain that he can't.
What happened last time you guys faced?
It was the exact same situation building up to the event. The day before the event, Neil Pickup was trying to convince me to take a different opponent. He said, Ryan, I respect you. I know you're prepared for this, but Bogdan's a level too high for you, and you should pull someone else. And he wanted to cancel it. And I said, no, I'm prepared for Bogdan. I'm pulling Bogdan. And he let me do it, and then I smashed Bogdan. So it's the same again. It's just everyone, and it's because Bogdan's a killer, and he is killing people that I couldn't kill.
Right.
But styles make matches, and I own the keys to Bogdan's hand and wrist. So sorry, I'm not giving them back.
Well, there you go. You shots are fired towards Mr. Stoiker over there. Cobus Prince says, "What is your future plans? Will you ever visit us here in South Africa?"
Are you going to South Africa?
Well, I mean, I'd love to go hang out with Rickard, and
the grass is very green in South Africa. Yes, I would love to visit South Africa. I think that the people there are very nice, and the Rickard Bornman clan is very good, and I would love to. Yeah, they've invited me a bunch of times, and I'm like, I just haven't had the ability to get there, but I would love to go to South Africa. I would love to pull Terence Altman in the super match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fair enough. Swisher Sleep says, I think you guys should face each other because people want to see the match. Best man win.
That's regarding Bogdan, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So we might look at wrapping it up in a minute or two if anyone has any last questions. But keep an eye on the AWE YouTube channel. We will have this edit out as soon as we can. It is a huge
file.
Yes.
So we just watched the raw file, the 3 camera angles. It's clean. It looks good. Yeah. And you will see why we're all so excited about Last Man Standing's format. It's different. Sometimes people take a while to get used to different, but trust me, this different is a good different. And it solves many problems that the sport has.
Yeah.
It levels, it gives the fans more than they've ever had before. It gives even the arm wrestlers, it gives you way more challenges to conquer. It gives people like Levan a problem to solve again. It also gives people like Barbora an opportunity to prove herself in a way she's never done before. It even go down as low as putting someone like bloody Crazy George, a lightweight Kings mover, and he'll do well. But even against someone like Levan, it's such a leveler. It opens the door to so many possibilities. Trust me, when you finally experience this as both an athlete and as a viewer, you'll love it.
Absolutely. Cobra's Prince says, thank you for the live. You guys are awesome. We appreciate that and appreciate the support coming from your region of the world. You guys have some undiscovered gems over there. And Grant Law, who's one of our local club members, he's from South Africa. He went back there recently for a holiday, and he decided to go to some arm wrestling club, because he's been really getting into it here. And they saw his match with you, which was at one of our events.
Okay.
And I think it was a tournament format.
Okay.
Yeah. And you had trounced him, but because he was on the table with you, they thought he was really good. And he's going, no, I'm not. And then he gets on with these giant guys, and they were just crushing me. And then they're like, are you sure? They were so confused because they thought, this guy is somebody that is at the level that he could charge right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, South Africa definitely has some weirdo strong guys. I don't know what it is. Like, you just look at Ricard's family there. I've chatted with Ricard's dad, and he told me Ricard's grandfather was 200 kilos. Ricard's father got picked at 160. His mother's 5'11" and has arms the same shape as Chetna's, but at 5'11".
Wow.
And she doesn't train. That's just who she is. It's like, oh, okay. I get why Duvan and Ricard are monsters. And I'm sure there's more families like that in South Africa too. So there's strong humans, and
absolutely.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, for sure. Probably the last question we'll put in here. Rickard Borman, next match, your thoughts?
I hope he gets the call out that he made, which was Jerry Caderet, which will put him in the top 10 in the world overall. I think Ricard is someone, and Devon will soon become someone too, that genuinely has the chance of being the number one rank in the world someday, and someday not that far away. Maybe 3, maybe 5 years max. I think we'll see Rickard Borman challenging Levan, and I think he's just getting warmed up. So give him Jerry, put him in the top 10, and let him hit that home stretch.
That'd be amazing to see it. All right.
He'll beat Jerry too. He'll beat Jerry.
Yeah, with a press?
Yeah, he'll press the presser.
Yeah.
Rickard Borman, too strong, too tall, too center. What's Jerry going to do? He's going to try to flop under Jerry, and Rickard's going to go, no, bang, see you later.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Were you surprised when Jerry did face Levan that Levan was able to contain Jerry so easily?
Levan's that strong, and Levan's showed that technically he knew how to cut off a press, and so he did. I think Rickard has the reason I think he'd beat Jerry is if you go and look at 2015 WAL Travis Bajan against Jerry Caderet. Travis does exactly that. He wins height because he's taller, and then if he doesn't top roll, if you try to top roll Jerry, you're going to get pressed. But Travis just wins height, presses the press.
Wow.
And I think that's actually Ricard's ace.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he was fine when he discovered that he could do that and trust his shoulder, and all of a sudden he's literally pitting every single person that's coming up to the table against him. Taryn Broad has jumped in right at the end here. We're about to finish up. He says, hey, everyone, my elbow is screwed. First round was a minute match with Mata Warengi. And
Taryn, you did well, brother. Watching the raw footage tonight, you had so many wars. Hats off to your performance, man. I'm very impressed. I think everyone in the room looked at your performance and went, whoa, okay. I was very happy because when Matt Daorangi beat me in the first round, when I first lost my position as the king of the table, I was worried. I thought, well, hopefully someone can beat Matt Daorangi. I didn't want it to go fully around before it got back to me and me to have to be the one to beat Matt Daorangi, because I thought it's going to be a neck and neck. And then Taryn Broad stepped up. Oh, good man, Taryn. I was very happy when I saw you beat Matt Daorangi. So thank you, Taryn. Thank you for those sore elbows that you have. May they rest and be ready for last man standing 3.
Absolutely. I do like this comment here from Swisher Sweet. It says that if Jerry loses, he will be depressed.
Oh, clever.
Very nice.
Words there. Yes.
And Dexter 10.
Is that Dexter 10? No. It's his
It's his
spectacle.
spectacles. Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
They're an important part of his face, I guess. So hello to the spectacle.
Any final thoughts, Ryan, before we close it up here?
Last man standing. It's the future.
I think so.
It is. It's not going to replace one-on-one. It's not going to replace even double elimination. It's just going to be a new feature of the sport, and it will stay. It will stay. It's too entertaining to not stay.
Yeah,
the fans will pay too much to watch it for it not to be the thing.
Absolutely.
The profitability for promoters will be better on this than any other event, and that's gonna mean it's sticking around.
Absolutely. All right, no worries. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out this man Ryan Bowen on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, and we shall see you guys next time.